Like we ain't never gonna see tomorrow. Come on, now are you comfortable? Right there, let the groove get in. There, right there, are you comfortable? Right there, let the groove get in. There, right there, are you comfortable? Right there, let the groove get
A term is either a single number or variable, or numbers and variables multiplied together. Terms are separated by addition or subtraction signs. 4x minus 7 equals 5. 4x, negative 7, and 5 are all terms.
A variable is a symbol for an unknown number.
Like terms are terms whose variables and their exponents are the same. Some of the terms are like terms. In the example below, we combine like terms. All the x squared terms are together, all the x cubed terms are together, and all the number terms are together. Then we add like terms, 2x squared plus 4x cubed minus 5.
An expression is a group of terms separated by addition or subtraction signs. No equal sign is present. An example includes negative 6x plus 5 plus 12x minus 6.
An equation states that two things are equal. Equal signs are present. 3x plus 24x equals 98.
The distributive property is used to multiply a single term to two or more terms inside a set of parentheses. For example, 2 quantity x plus y equals 2x plus 2y.
To solve this equation, we need to isolate for the variable x to find its value. So we need to perform the opposite operation by adding 8 to both sides.
Whatever you do to one side of an equation, you must do to the other.
And as you can see, negative 8 and positive 8 cancel out, and we're left with x equals 10. Just as we did before, we need to isolate for the variable x. So we'll start off with subtracting 5 from each side because that's the opposite operation. And they cancel out, so we're left with negative 3x equals negative 15. And we still haven't isolated for x, so we need to perform the opposite operation again and divide by negative 3. And we're left with x equals 5 because the negatives cancel out.
Now it's your turn. Let's see if you can solve for x in this question. Pause the video and unpause when you got your answer.
Run away, baby, before I put my spell on you. You better get away, darling, 'cause everything you heard is true. You're pouring it hard.
We're going to solve this equation by isolating for x. First, we're going to collect all like terms. So we're going to start by subtracting 5x on both sides.
And now we're going to simplify our equation.
And then we're going to continue collecting like terms by subtracting 3 on both sides. Then we're going to isolate x by dividing by 7 on both sides, which will give us our final answer of x equaling 4. To check our answer, we're going to do our left side, right side check. In this case, the left side is 12x plus 3 and the right side is 5x plus 31. So we're going to sub in our answer of x equals 4. The left side should equal the right side. If not, x is wrong.
Our answer x equals 4 is correct, since left side equals right side. To begin this question, we are going to distribute the lead coefficients into the brackets. We get 3x plus 15 equals negative 12 minus 2x minus 2x. Once distributed, we collect like terms. 3x plus 15 equals negative 12 minus 4x, which we then add 4x to both sides. We end up with 7x plus 15 equals negative 12. We then subtract 15 on both sides, and we get 7x equals negative 27. We then isolate for x by dividing 7 on both sides. Therefore, x equals negative 27 over 7. This is another question that uses the distributive property but with the negative lead coefficient. Once distributed, we collect like terms and simplify, and then we isolate for n. Pay attention to the first bracket where the distributive property is used. The lead coefficient is negative, which can alter the signs of the next two terms.
So in this example, we need to start off by bringing all like terms to one side. So we'll subtract 5 over 8x on both sides, because that's the opposite operation. And they end up canceling out. And now we need to bring the number terms onto one side as well. So we'll have the variable terms on one side and the number terms on one side. So all we have to do is add 15 onto the left side and the right side. And the 15s will cancel out from the left side. So now we're left with the fractions on one side and the number terms on one side. Okay, so now we have to make a common denominator. The common denominator between 5 and 8 is 40. So we multiply 2 by 8 and 5 by 8.
And 5 by 5 and 8 by 5.
So we made a common denominator of 40, and the numerator ends up being 16x minus 25x.
Now to get x variables on their own, we have to multiply by 40 over 1 on both sides of this equation. As a result, our denominator of 40 cancels out, and we're left with 16x minus 25x equals negative 40. Now we collect like x terms. 16x minus 25x equals negative 9x. Now isolate the variable, dividing negative 9 on each side. Therefore, you're left with x equals positive 40 over 9.
Shake like you know you got nothing to lose. Make it move. Girl, you know what we can